Hello everyone, welcome to BTech 360. In today's video, we'll be discussing about NIT Jalandhar. NIT Jalandhar, initially established by the name Regional Engineering College of Jalandhar in the year 1987, was recognized as an NIT in 2002 and was renamed as Dr. B.R. Ambedkar NIT Jalandhar. In this video, we'll be discussing about the placement statistics, the salary data, recruiters who have visited NIT Jalandhar, and the job role wise performance of NIT Jalandhar. So by the end of this video, you will be clear why to choose NIT Jalandhar. But before we begin with the video, if you are new to this channel, do subscribe to this channel so that we can keep making such informative and innovative content for you. Talking further about NIT Jalandhar, let's have a basic campus detail about it. It was established in the year 2002, actually established in the year 1987, but got the recognition of an NIT in 2002. It is considered as an institute of national importance. Any institute which holds the title of Institute of National Importance is renowned for delivering highly skilled professionals for the country. It has a campus size of 154 acres and the total students who have been admitted in the UG 4-year program is 4,459. Now, one thing which I liked about NIT Jalandhar is that it has a very balanced data of everything. For example, if I consider this campus size and the total number of students which are present in the UG 4-year program, you can clearly see it has a very balanced student density. This means that the students can easily avail moderately spacious campus, academic blocks as well as hostels. Next, if I talk about the male to female ratio, the total number of students who are admitted in the UG 4-year program who are male is 77% and the total number of students who are female is 23%. Now, if I talk about or if I compare the outside student and the within state student, the total number of students or the total percentage of the students who belong from the outside state is 58%, and again the total number of students who belong from within the state is 42%. Again, you can clearly see it has a very balanced national diversity. Slightly higher dominance of the students who belong from the outside state, that clearly means it holds a higher national appeal. Next, the total number of students who belong from the outside country is just 16 or 0.3%, a low global diversity, and the total number of faculty is 397 considering roughly approx 400 faculties. Now, if I compare the total number of students in the UG 4-year program, that is 4,459, and the total number of faculties, that is roughly 400, and if I find the actual ratio of the student to faculty, I'll obtain the ratio as 11:1 roughly. That means that for every 11 student, there is one faculty available. This ensures easy mentoring, this ensures easy student interaction, and this also ensures strong potential for research supervision in the college. So overall, I would say that it has a very balanced, neat and clean basic campus details. Let us discuss about the placement statistics of NIT Jalandhar. We'll be comparing 3 years performance, 21 to 22, 22 to 23 and 23 to 24. If I talk about the number of students who have been admitted in these individual years or respective years, the total number of students who got admitted in the first year, that is 794, in the next consecutive year it is 1100, and in the next consecutive year it was 1094. If you see the data, the total number of students have increased from the first year to the next consecutive year, and for this it has approximately stayed consistent. So the number of admissions have been consistent in the last 2 consecutive years. If I talk about the number of students who have graduated in these respective years, it has continuously increased from 662 in the first year, next year 750, and the last consecutive year it is 1082. This ensures that the academic quality or the education quality at NIT Jalandhar is quite well and quite consistent. If I talk about the number of students who got placed in the respective year, it is 556 for the first year, 666 for the next year, and 720 for the last year. The total number of students who have got placed in these respective years has continuously increased. But if you see the placement percentage, it was 96.03 for the first year, 94.20 for the second year, and for the last year it is 72.65%, as expected, already seen and already witnessed in the graph of every NIT for the year 23-24. The placement percentage has dropped in this 23 to 24 session or the year, mainly because of the retardation in the global hiring. But if you see, the number of students who got placed in this year has increased, but the placement percentage has dropped. This clearly means that the major reason for this drop in the percentage can be a larger number or a larger volume of the students opting for higher studies. If you see the data, the number of students who chose or opted for higher studies in the first session is 83, in the next consecutive year it has been 43, and in the final year it has been 91, which has been quite higher in comparison to the last 2 consecutive years. Okay. Now, if I talk about the median CTC values, in the first year it has been 8.19 LPA, in the next year it has been 9 LPA, and in the last year it has been 7.94 LPA. The median CTC values have also dropped. This decline or the drop in the median CTC values can raise a question over the negotiation skills of the students, also can raise a question over the availability of higher offers, as well as a lesser visit of the recruiters in NIT Jalandhar campus. So this was about the placement statistics of NIT Jalandhar. Next, we will be discussing about the engineering branches and their performance in the terms of mean packages or LPAs in the year 23 to 24. If I see the data, this data has been arranged in the decreasing order. Computer science and engineering branch occupying the top-notch level with a median package or mean package of 16.74 LPA. If I talk about electronics and communication engineering, it has occupied the second position with a mean package of 16.67 LPA, and the last being information technology, which has occupied the third position with a mean package of 12.95 LPA. So I can ensure that these 3 are the major performing branches in NIT Jalandhar, that is computer science and engineering, electronics and communication engineering, and information technology. If you see at the bottom list, you can find mechanical engineering and civil engineering, which are the core engineering branches, not doing so well in terms of mean packages. If you see the mean package for mechanical engineering, it is 8.43, and for civil engineering, it is 7.28. So from this table, we can conclude that the branches like computer science engineering, electronics and communication engineering, and information technology have performed well when it comes to placement and when it comes to admiring the recruiters, getting admired by the recruiters. But if I talk about the core engineering branches like mechanical engineering and civil engineering, they haven't performed much well in this. Next, we'll be discussing about the NIT Jalandhar highest closing rank. Remember, this is a filtered data considering the outside home state students for the male category and no disability. For the unfiltered data, for the entire data, you can visit our ebook, which is available on our website. Okay, if I see the closing ranks, highest closing rank for the open category for BTech Computer Science and Engineering, it is 11,262. For Information Technology, it is 14,615. For Data Science and Engineering, it is 14,814. For Mathematics and Computing, it is 15,002. And for Electronics and Communication Engineering, it is 16,180. These are the highest closing ranks at which you can ensure admissions in these respective branch when it comes to NIT Jalandhar for outside home state student. For the entire data of EWS, OBC NCL category, SC and ST category, the list is available on your screen. You can take a screenshot for your future reference. For the other branches, if I talk about like electronics and VLSI engineering, it is 17,244 for the open category. For the BTech Electrical Engineering, it is 20,115. For Instrumentation and Control Engineering, it is 27,963. For Mechanical Engineering, it is 32,249. And at last, for Chemical Engineering, it is 39,490. This is the data highest closing rank for the outside home state student for the category male and no disability. For the other categories, you can take a screenshot for your future reference. Okay, we still have more branches to compare with. For example, civil engineering, if I talk about the highest closing rank for civil engineering, it is 43,668 for the open category. For the industrial and production engineering, it is 45,203. For biotechnology engineering, it is 49,981, and for the textile technology, it is 53,700. closing rank for the outside home state student. Now, one thing very admirable about NIT Jalandhar when it comes to the engineering branches of the courses is that it offers a diverse engineering courses. You won't find biotechnological engineering or textile technology, industrial and production engineering in most of the NIT campus, but NIT Jalandhar offers a diverse engineering package. Next, we'll be discussing about the top recruiters who have visited the NIT Jalandhar campus in the past few years. If I see the list is quite good, and the things that can be concluded from this list is, first, the presence of tech giants like Google, Microsoft, etc. The heavy presence of banking and finance companies like Deutsche Bank, BNY Mellon, NetWest Group, ICICI Bank, etc. Other than this, you can also find the heavy presence of people or the organization who hire in mass or who believe in bulk hiring. For example, Tata Steels Limited, L&T, Accenture, PwC, and TCS. So these are the companies which believe in mass or bulk hiring. Mass or bulk hiring means low wages or low median CTCs being offered to the students or the candidates who are appearing in front of the recruiters. So because of the heavy presence of the mass bulk hiring companies, the reason for the drop in the median CTC has been justified. Okay, next, if I talk about the other conclusions, we can also see several core engineering companies like obviously Tata Steel Limited, L&T, Truck Innovation Center, and Pre-Metals Technologies. These are certain core engineering companies. So obviously the core engineering branches, especially mechanical engineering branch students, will also be benefited by their presence. Next, we'll be discussing about the LinkedIn profiles of the alumni of NIT Jalandhar. If you see the count, the total number of alumni which we could find on the LinkedIn was 7,851. Now we'll be comparing the alumni's work life in the different organization. If I start with Microsoft, the total number of alumni who have worked over here is 154, and the currently employed alumni is 47. The retention percent is nearby or roughly 37%. Next, if I talk about Deloitte, the total number of alumni who have worked over here is 101, and the total number of alumni who are consistent over here is 38. Next, if I talk about EY, the total number of alumni who have worked over here is 45, and the total number of alumni who are currently working over here is 21, roughly around 50%. Qualcomm, total number of alumni who have worked over here is 24, and currently 6 alumni are working over here. Next, if I compare this data for the other organizations, if I talk about Meta, the total number of alumni who have worked over here is 18, and currently there are 8 alumni who are still working over there. For Apple, total number of alumni who have worked over here is 10, and currently 5 alumni are working over there. For Amazon, 280 have worked already over here, and 136 are currently employed here. For Netflix, it has been 0, and for Google, total number of alumni who have worked over here is 148, and currently working alumni number is 43. If I compare this chart and the previous slide chart, I can clearly say that the retention percentage is quite decent or quite balanced again. And the retention percentage somewhere lands to between or ranges between 40 to 45%. So the retention percentage of the alumni of NIT Jalandhar in different well-known or renowned organizations is quite well balanced. Next, if I compare the alumni's location, let us have a demographic breakdown of the alumni's location. You will see that 7086 alumni or roughly 89% alumni are currently present in India. That means 11% alumni are globally settled or globally present. Okay, if I talk about the Indian data, the major population would be found in Punjab, that is 28%. Now, what can be the reason? If I analyze the higher presence of the alumni in Punjab, it could be due to the strong local or regional or state preference when it comes to higher education, or when it comes to the preference for technical jobs in regional hubs like Mohali and Chandigarh, which are present in or located in Punjab. If I talk about the other percentages, for Delhi NCR it is 12%, for Karnataka it is 9%, for United States it is 4%, for Canada it is 3%, for United Kingdom the number of alumni is 59, for Australia it is 57, and for UAE it is again 57. So this was the complete analysis of the alumni, the campus life, the recruiters who have visited over in the last few years, the salary data, as well as the placement statistics of NIT Jalandhar. I hope you liked this video and all your doubts regarding NIT Jalandhar have already been resolved. But still, for any query or discussion, you can contact us on a given number. Do not forget to subscribe to BTech 360 for further queries and for such more educational and informative content. Thank you and have a nice day.